Echo in the Silence. Prologue. When Captain Igor Rakitin signed the contract for a 6-month mission aboard the International Space Station, he never imagined he would encounter something beyond the known laws of reality. But such things rarely give warnings. Bat-di-King, the new research module, called Vityaz, was the pride of the Russian space program. Its objectives extended far beyond standard experiments. Within its hermetically sealed labs were devices designed to study microgravity, quantum anomalies, and the enigmatic dark matter. The module docked with the ISS flawlessly, as if unseen forces guided it. Rakitin observed the process from the central module. Beside him was American biophysicist Dr. Lillian Hayes, her smile thin and her gaze cold, and the silent Japanese flight engineer Tanaka, who seemed to accept everything with stoic detachment. Pressure is stable, seal integrity confirmed, Rakitin reported, checking the readouts. Opening the hatch. The panel slid open with a soft hiss, revealing the dark interior of the new module. An odd sensation swept over him. The air seemed heavier somehow. Do you feel that? Lillian leaned forward slightly. The pressure... It's strange. Tanaka stepped inside without a word. The others followed. Inside Vityaz, everything was perfectly sterile. Metal panels, dim lighting, and a sound. A faint, almost imperceptible sound, like distant breathing. Radio interference? Rakitin suggested, though he didn't believe it himself. The signal. For the first week, the experiments proceeded as planned. Tanaka managed the life support systems. Lillian analyzed unknown microparticles, and Rakitin oversaw general operations. But everything changed once they began testing the quantum spectrometer. Captain, you need to see this. Lillian's voice trembled. On her monitor, an irregular frequency pattern pulsed, as if something, or someone, was trying to break through the ether. This isn't a natural phenomenon, she said. This signal, it's artificial. A chill crept down Rakitin's spine. Are you saying something is answering us? Lillian nodded. The missing engineer. On the 4th day, Tanaka disappeared. The hatch to Vityaz was locked from the inside, and only through an emergency override could Rakitin and Lillian enter. The module was empty. Only faint scratches remained on the wall near the sealed compartment. He couldn't have left, Lillian whispered. It's impossible. But he was gone. That night, Rakitin couldn't sleep. Something was wrong. In the sterile silence of the station, he felt it, a presence, unseen but undeniably there. 4th, echo in the silence. On the 5th day, the signal changed. It's closer, Lillian murmured, her eyes fixed on the spectral analysis. And it's mimicking us. Rakitin leaned over the screen. Through the white noise, he could hear it. Voices. Their voices. Distorted and broken, as if something else was speaking with them. Captain? Lillian's voice cracked. We're not alone. V. Through the veil. On the 6th day, the hatch to Vityaz opened on its own. Rakitin didn't want to go in, but duty outweighed fear. Inside, everything was as it should be, except for the silence. The breathing sound was gone, replaced by nothing. Lillian, something's... His voice trailed off. In the dim light, something moved. A shadow beyond the panels. A shadow shaped like a man. Tanaka? Rakitin asked, though he knew it couldn't be. But it wasn't Tanaka. The figure moved unnaturally, as if its limbs didn't follow the rules of human anatomy. It slid between the walls, leaving behind a whisper, their voices, fractured and wrong. Sick, the final barrier. They found Lillian later, unconscious, her pupils wide, hands trembling. They're outside, she whispered, or inside. I don't know anymore. Rakitin activated the emergency lockdown, but the sound remained. Rakitin. Tanaka's voice echoed faintly, but Tanaka was gone. Something ancient, something that existed beyond time and space, had breached their reality through the Vityaz module, and it had no intention of leaving. Epilogue. Rakitin's final log entry read, "If anyone finds this message, do not open the module. Let it drift. There are things the human mind was not meant to comprehend." The ISS continued its orbit around Earth. The hatch to Vityaz was sealed again. But in the darkest corners of the station, the faint whisper still echoed.